Hello everyone and welcome to today's reading. I hope that all is well. If you're new here, I am LeeApocrypha and it is a pleasure to meet you. I hope you'll consider sticking around. And if you are returning, welcome back, soul family. I truly appreciate you guys and I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here and sharing your time with me, whether you're just visiting or you're sticking around. I really do appreciate you guys. I know I don't say it enough. I've been wanting to do a little reading for you guys today. And again, I hope that everything is going well. Information, disclaimers, and decks will always be in the description box down below. If you need to or want to have a look, please do so. I really recommend reading the disclaimers at least so you can have an idea of how tarot reading works with me and other readers as well. Please remember that you have the power within yourself to change your circumstances, and although things may be difficult, there's always a chance for you to make a difference in your life and in someone else's life. Tarot readings are not meant to dictate your life, not mine, not anyone else's. A tarot reading is just meant to share some information of possible outcomes if you keep doing things the way that you're doing, or to help shed some light on some circumstances that we do not understand or that we cannot see clearly. Tarot readings are meant to help us see things from new perspectives. Again, they're not meant to dictate our lives. So, let's begin. So today the Hermetic Tarot wanted to come out, and immediately I was about to shuffle and the 10 of Cups flipped up. The Tower, and then it fell. Let's see. The Tower. So we have the 10 of Cups and the Tower so far. Some of you may be concerned about family circumstances. Perhaps you're afraid that things may be falling apart. Things may have been very difficult for you and your family lately. Perhaps there have been arguments or struggles. Those cards wanted to come out. We have the Magician, the 4 of Wands, and Temperance in reverse. Underneath the deck, I feel like this card wants to come out too. We have the Emperor in reverse. Under the deck, we have the Devil. Okay. So, I feel like there may have been a lot of things in your family circumstances that may have been very difficult. Or perhaps there has been an imbalance within some kind of structure around you, whether it has to do with a relationship or family, or perhaps for some of you, something within yourself that you've been realizing has been falling apart. Something that you realize no longer serves you, And it's been very difficult because perhaps this aspect of you brought you close to your family, or perhaps it was family related or passed down by generations or tradition. But there's something here that has been feeling very difficult for you. I can see here that you are trying to manifest, you're trying to create change, some difference around you, trying to find stability around you, people, places, and things that mean what they say and say what they mean. But you have perhaps been lacking some patience with a masculine figure. If this is family related, this could be a father figure or a mother with masculine energy, or a guardian, a loved one. Take it as you may. Perhaps for some of you this may be in regards to a son, or specifically for maybe one person, the eldest child being a son. Perhaps there's something about addiction here, manipulation, and I don't say this lightly, and trigger warning, but perhaps there have also been some abusive tendencies or aspects within this connection or this family dynamic. It's like you're trying to find the happiness, you're trying to find the stability around you, but there's perhaps a father figure or a masculine in your life that has been kind of stunting your growth. For some of you, I feel like this is a parental figure that tries to instill within you that their way is right and your way is wrong. Perhaps they want you to partake in a specific career path or one that they have done. They're trying to lay out footsteps for you, but you want to go in your own direction. I saw the Star of David here, and then I saw this sign of Scorpio. Perhaps you're a Scorpio, you're dealing with a Scorpio. We have Aries here as well. Pisces, there's Mars energy, Venus energy, Aries, Virgo, Capricorn. Those signs don't have to be relevant, but if they are, take it as you may. I see this bee, and then I heard queen bee, and then I noticed this man has his foot on this bee. Right there. Perhaps your parents argue a lot, to say the least. Perhaps the masculine parental figure here belittles the feminine. Or perhaps you feel like you have been working towards getting or seeking this masculine's approval in some way, shape, or form. Perhaps you struggle to communicate your emotions because then it kind of backfires on you. It creates challenge, or this figure belittles you. You're trying to rise above the challenges in your life, trying to manifest what it is that you really want. But there may be this fear here around you of what you cannot see. You may be fearful that something may come out of nowhere, a difficulty, a challenge, something perceived to be negative. It's like you might be afraid that while you're working on yourself and while you're trying to build something, some stability, some emotional strength, that there is something or someone that has kind of latched on or is waiting for a certain opportunity, or when you least expect it, or you're just afraid something's going to happen last minute, unannounced, something negative that can be harmful, potentially physically harmful, spiritually harmful. You're trying to rise above the difficulties and the challenges in your life. But you may feel like you are being forced to stay in a bubble. Perhaps your family, your parents, your father perhaps, are very controlling. You want to communicate how you feel. You want to say what's going on, what's on your mind. But you feel like they always have one leg up, one foot before you, and that they'll shut you down or harm you. It's interesting because this Four of Wands, it's like I was going to say it kind of feels like more wands than just four. Seeing it, it makes sense. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. But in some way, you know, having the rams here, having these owls, they feel like different wands. So this feels like eight wands or even 6 wands. So what I'm getting from this is there's this desire for stability, but you may have come to the realization that in order to have that, you have to, I was going to say, be victorious in some way. 8 of Wands, be quick. Speak your truth. I'm feeling like for some of you, there's something that you really want to do in your life, that you really seek this masculine figure's approval. And I'm not saying that whether you get it or not, that you won't do it. I feel like that's not the case for most of you. I feel like whether you have this masculine's approval or not, you will continue to strive to be the magician and pursue what it is that you love or where it is you want to go. But it does really hurt and it feels really heavy. this masculine's opinion means something to you, even if it's just a little bit. It affects you. For a lot of you, I feel like this affects you, and you may be denying this and say, I don't need his approval. I don't need their approval. I don't need her approval. But deep down inside, subconsciously, really think about it. There's something that you desire here, and that's natural to want our parents, for example, our guardians to be on the same page, to accept us, and to want to see the best for us in the way that we want to create our own lives. Like you want a new beginning, but you feel like I heard lost cause, but that's not true. You may be struggling to see the beauty in what it is that you feel passionate about, just because this other person may not see it. They may be hurtful. They may be struggling with their own addictions or their own demons, so to speak. I feel like you are seeking enlightenment, change, transformation. You want to see that you are the magician. You don't want to feel like you're being controlled or manipulated by somebody else. You want to create and define your own life. To speak your mind without fear, to reach for the skies, to follow your dreams and pursue what it is that you're hopeful for. For somebody here, I feel like this is kind of like a side message. You may be fearful of a motherly figure or a feminine in your life that may seem cunning, conniving, controlling. I heard indifferent. Maybe they see certain things going on, certain patterns in your life, and they do nothing. They either don't pay attention or they don't do anything to change the circumstances, to make things better. I feel like you are seeking enlightenment. You're seeking balance within what you can see and what you cannot see. As above, so below, as within, so without. You're trying to rise above the difficulties and the challenges in your life. Trying to pursue what you feel creative and passionate about. What fills your heart. What makes you feel emotional in a way that invigorates you, that makes you remember that you are human here trying to explore and experience this life, trying to enjoy the life that you have while you have it. You may have had a very, very difficult upbringing that may have caused you a lot of difficulty and perhaps a lot of fear, doubt, self-loathing, or miscommunication within yourself, difficulty with seeing what it is that you really want. For some of you, I feel like this is like you don't know where else to turn. People that you've tried to communicate with or tried to open up with, you feel like they don't understand. Some of you have been seeking the occult for knowledge. Perhaps you have been wanting to learn about Baphomet or reach out to Baphomet. Perhaps you wear something pertaining to him quite often, or you've been wanting to. Perhaps you like to draw goats. I see a ram. The fire. Fan the flame. You may be afraid to open up to this masculine about what it is that you really want, in fear that there will be backlash, that they will be disappointed, that they will have some shit to say. So you've been shielding yourself, perhaps. Trying to figure out ways in how you can pursue certain things or share certain information with this person or other people, but it's been difficult. You feel like it's hard to get a breakthrough. Again, I'm getting a lot of like chained up, bound feelings here. You're trying to find balance between the aspects within you, within light and dark. Trying to realize that whatever has fallen away for a reason, and it only leaves you space to create something new. It can be beautiful, it can be difficult though. It can be sad and upsetting. But everything in your life that leaves your life, perhaps it's for a reason, and perhaps it's for the best. So let's see. I'm going to pull some of these. And I'm feeling charms too. Whoa. Okay, so I live my truth without a filter. This is purpose and belonging. Always present your authentic self, to include your many flaws. The people who accept all of you serve as your safe place. So just know, it's understandable that you may want to feel close to this person, or to your parents, or to your guardians, or to your family, or whoever's around you. But it's important to remember that you should surround yourself with people that love you and accept you for who you are. Whether that's family, whether it's friends. Be grateful for the people in your life that do actually care, that do actually support you. And when you're feeling down and alone, remember that they are there with you, supporting you and wanting the best for you, even if this person doesn't. I am an ever-changing spirit with the ability to change beliefs and opinions as freely as I choose. Freedom and direction. You do not need consent to change your mind. You do not need consent to change your mind. I am an ever-changing spirit with the ability to change beliefs and opinions as freely as I choose. Know that whatever it is that you want and that you seek in your life, that you deserve to go after it. The only person you need consent from is yourself. As long as you're not harming anybody, of course. If it involves somebody else, then of course you need their consent. But if this is your path, if this is what you want to do for yourself and people around you, do it. Know that the right people will support you and be there for you and love you and care about you. And that you don't need consent to change your mind about who you are, about a direction. Get to know yourself deeper and deeper so that you can align yourself with what it is that you want the most, what it is that you need the most. You can change your mind as freely as you choose. Remember that you are never stuck, truly. When there's a will, there's a way, they say. And although things may be difficult, and from our perspective and from our reality, we may not feel like we are able to change our circumstances, but you can. You can. I am brave enough to get to know who I am underneath the pain. Interesting. And I was just talking about getting to know yourself more deeply. Healing and forgiveness. Latching onto your trauma can cause your trauma to be part of your identity. You may be afraid to let go because without it, you do not know who you are. You may be afraid to let go of certain patterns or certain traditions from your family. You're afraid of what they might think or say or do. But really, deep down, aren't you afraid of not being able to be yourself? Don't be afraid to continue to explore who you are and to be proud of who you are and grateful for everything that you've gone through, you've experienced, or that you are working towards. Then we have, you are a vessel and the answer to someone's prayer. You are bigger than what you have ever imagined. Walk in your divinity, purpose, and belonging. I am a recipient of the divine's infinite abundance, infinite intelligence, and infinite love. So this is saying you have unlimited potential, untapped potential. And to remember that the divine, or your guides, your ancestors, whoever guides you, just wants the best for you. But you have to want the best for yourself too. Okay. So I will be getting some charms today. Excuse me. Charms wanted to be in the reading. Alright. Charm bowl. Let's see what comes out. I feel like I'm gonna need a bigger charm ball. It's a little difficult. Let's see. Okay. Let's see what we have here. We have the number 9. It's like you're so close to having some changes in your life. And the number that I noticed besides 9 the most was 10. So it's like you're at the end of a cycle. You're at the end of sorry, I just got another message. Trying to continue onward. At the end of a cycle, trying to have that alignment, that breakthrough. Perhaps some of you love cars, perhaps you're a mechanic, or your parental figure is a mechanic. Perhaps this has to do with a brother, something since childhood. Or travel. We have here this little charm. It says Arizona. This was from like a what is it called? Like a little thing stuck in the ground of a plant and a planter that my friend's mom gave me. So this may have to do with friendship, with family, with a mother. I was thinking of that feminine energy and then thought about patience. We have here this charm, or this pin. This is Pusheen and Pusheen's friend eating watermelon. There's this desire for connection, for closeness with this person. But it's like seeing the similarities and the differences is something that is important to remember. Both of you may be drastically different people, but have some commonalities that are worth sharing and exploring. We have here I'm not going to mispronounce it, but it is Vegvisir, and it says, "May I never lose my way in storms or bad weather, even when the way is not known." So this is I believe, Norse sigil for finding your way, for travel, for protection. This is bringing back to me that tower energy, but also about the car with travel. And interesting, I just noticed a broom, which made me think of like stereotypical, which is riding on brooms or something, but also about cleansing energy, purification. Perhaps you need some time away from this figure, or there's something more that you need to explore that can help you understand the situation better, or come to a better conclusion for your situation. Perhaps you need to consider going out camping, or just being in nature, even just going for a walk or something, to clear your head and to consider certain things. Then we have here the broom, the besom, excuse me. It says, broom, cleaning or cleansing, home, journey, spirit contact, protection, purity, and intuition. So this is making me think specifically about the home, the journey, protection. It's time for you to move away from what no longer helps you, what no longer resonates with you, what keeps you stuck or unsure or uneasy. Be on the journey that leads you to your happiness. And then we have here this charm. It says, I grant thee beauty, harmony, serenity. And this is like a little fairy with 3 stars here. And this makes me think of the star card energy. Don't forget about what it is that you really seek to pursue. Remind yourself of why it's so important to you, why you're so passionate about it. And if you're not sure, then you should explore that reason and let it guide you to continue on your path, on your journey towards what it is that you want. I think I might get a few more. So I noticed there was a charm that I have that fell out of my hand. It was this one. So perhaps you may have a religious background, perhaps Irish background. I heard glow in the dark and I heard vampire. That may mean something for somebody. We have here the ballerina slippers. This makes me think of my sister. We used to play with our fashion dolls a lot. But this also makes me think of creativity and passion, motivation, drive, and pursuing what makes you happy. Let life guide you, but seek to move towards what it is that you're passionate about, what it is that you really want to do, what makes you happy and feel that love that you need to feel. And then we have here the teapot. I heard boil over. Be careful not to boil over. Perhaps you've been having a lot of doubts or a lot of anger, a lot of temperament. Things have been difficult for you to see from certain perspectives, or you may be struggling to explain certain things without getting overwhelmed or upset. You may be trying to fit your desires into a certain situation. I heard tea leaf. For some of you, if you've been wanting to do tea leaf readings, or you've been wanting to practice some form of divination, then consider doing so. I saw 40-40. You've been wanting to build upon your stability, then perhaps a divinatory method can help you bring you closer to yourself. And then here we have a enamel pin of a palico. This was given to me by one of my best friends, and it's a type of characters from a game called Monster Hunter. These palicos are helpful towards your journey. They're also really cute. There's something here about friendship. And then it made me think of the new movie that came out, Turning Red, I believe it is called. A Disney movie with like red pandas. I'm not going to say much about it, but it's just reminding me of that movie. So if you haven't watched it and you're able to, I would highly recommend. But there's something here about family and something about friendship. And then again here with like friendship. Spend time with the people that you love and that you really appreciate. I will be getting a few more messages. Okay, we have swords. Protective. So with the swords, immediately I'm getting like communication. A distant relative will phone you soon to reign. And the numbers 3 and 33 are really sticking out to me. You hold the key to success. You will always be surrounded by friends when you need them. This is that energy of friends when you need somebody. Don't forget, don't isolate yourself to where you forget. So computer in reverse, perhaps something's going on with your computer. Or if you're like me, perhaps one of your computer parts have fried on you. You are the very definition of trustworthy. I feel like some of you have trust issues, but you're trying to open up. Know that in order to trust other people, you have to be able to trust yourself. Perhaps you are uncertain with how this person is. Perhaps they're not so trustworthy, but then you end up questioning yourself, even though you know that this person may have a lot of toxic tendencies. I'm gonna pull a few more. Okay, we have authentic. And one of these oracle cards had the word authentic on it, so that's pretty compelling. We have you, he, him. We have smoke, animal, and miscommunication. Perhaps this person smokes a lot or has. There's been a lot of miscommunication between this connection. You may be struggling to be authentic around this person. This person may become very agitated or angry or judgmental when you open up because they don't know how to accept you for who you are. Let's see. Some guidance, perhaps. We have square, a challenging situation and a mountain to climb. So this may be a very difficult situation that you're dealing with this person. I'm getting, remember to be patient, even though it's hard and even though it's annoying, it is necessary. Keep your eye on the prize. Let's see, we have quite a bit of cards. I'm going to pull them though. Cardinal. Instigation, bravery, and a pioneering spirit. We have Aries. I believe that's Cancer, Libra, and Virgo. Okay. And then we have House 1, individuality, self-image, and approach to life. So with this instigation, bravery, and pioneering spirit, I feel like this, along with the House 1, is saying to pursue what it is that, again, that it's like a spark within you. Pursue that. Continue to be who you really are. To share from your heart. You want to become enlightened, then you have to heal your heart. To find that balance, that self-love, and for you to give love in healthy ways. We have Capricorn, ambition, realism, and methodical steps. We have here about taking your time. To transform your heart. Scorpio, intensity, exposing, purging, and renewing. We have snake energy, butterfly energy, a skull. These are very transformative energies that we have here. Perhaps you're a Scorpio or a Capricorn, or one of the other signs, the cardinal signs. But with the moon here, it's like, don't lie to yourself. Don't allow yourself to be in denial. You have to own up to your past. You have to own up to who you are. I feel like some of you are afraid of the backlash or how other people will perceive you. And the truth is, who cares how they perceive you? As long as you're doing what you love, you're not hurting anybody, then, you know. Of course, it's easier said than done. But it's important to remember. Then we have opposition. Imbalance, a point of tension, and a power struggle. So perhaps you do struggle a lot with this masculine figure in your life. Perhaps you feel like you two just don't see eye to eye on anything. You're just completely different. A power struggle makes me think in this situation of somebody who does things out of fear that they may seem weak. Okay, I'm getting a lot of like very different, very like opposite. There's a lot of tension. When you're around this person, you feel like you can't be yourself. You cannot, or else they might snap or do something stupid. I feel like there's a lot of fear here in regards to opening up to this person. Let's see, I'll go ahead and pull one more card. Seven heavenly virtues, keys to goodness. I feel like some of you are afraid that if you stand up for yourself against this person, that it may be sinful, or it may be like taboo, or not good for you, or not good for the situation. But you deserve to speak your mind. And if you really don't feel safe around this person enough to speak your mind, then why do you continue to surround yourself with them? And if they are family, like, it is possible to love people from a distance. And although that may be painful in certain situations with certain people, that's as close as you get at a certain point, you know? Self-reliance. Don't be afraid to fly solo. Again, this is bringing back that energy of the only approval you need to be seeking of is your own. Okay. So, that is the reading that I have for you today. I hope that you found it useful, or that it brought some clarity into your perspective of your situation. I wish you all the very best, and I really appreciate you for being here. Sorry, my energy gets all over the place. It's been a long day, and I just really wanted to do this for you guys, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.